Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ZAWA. My name is Tinukin, and before we get started with today's episode, I think I should make an announcement. Actually, I should have already made that announcement last time, probably, but better late than never. So, I've been working on something really cool together with Grimer. So, he's playing on a new multiplayer server called Nations and Nobles, and I am playing over there together with him. I do not have my own story over there, but I am part of his story. I appear in his videos and I help him build all kinds of cool stuff that we need as backdrops for our stories. So you should really go over to his channel and check that out. And also, I will be releasing some shorts on my channel where you can see time lapses of how we build those really cool scenes together. So here's what we did last time. We had the hamsters, the hamster mom with the 5 little babies, and they're still really happy in there. Sometimes they are a little bit hidden behind all the plants, but I think, that's perfect. The animals should have places to hide, and you can see that the babies are still sticking to the mom, and that's just really cute. I love that. And now today I want to turn around and make this place into a really nice place for our rats. I haven't shown you the rats yet, but I spent some time breeding in between episodes to get the breed-only variants of the rats. And so I think we can make something really cute in here for them. So like I did on that side, I just want to make this a little bit narrower so that the boulder looks more substantive, like it has more substance and not just like an egg with a really thin shell, basically. And we do have a little bit more space over here than we had for the hamsters because I want a nice big group of rats. I think they like hanging out in groups, and so that would probably be really nice for them. So I'm noticing that over here, this means that I probably need to get rid of it's probably better if I just let the exhibit finish here and just complete the path over there. Let's use our usual dacite bricks to create the outline of the exhibit. And then I kind of put this into the ceiling here. Yep, that's good. Now I don't want these pockets back here. So this will be a bit narrower still, but I think that's fine. And then we complete the path over here. Very nice. So I do have some ideas for the decorations I want in here, but I'm not entirely sure what kind of ground is going to go with it. So I'm just going to use grass for now and push the decision back a bit, because otherwise I tend to forget that there's another layer of blocks that needs to be added to the ground. So I don't know if you can hear that, but there's some honey dripping noise and it's so annoying. The problem with those dynamic trees is they just keep growing and changing forever, and so occasionally you will get a beehive on them. And that squishy noise is just driving me bonkers. What happens if I think, was the bee in there? There's still honey dripping, but it should stop now. All right. Not sure what I'm gonna do with the beehive, but that noise was really annoying. So what I wanted on the inside here is something that looks like some old ruins. So I made these soapstone pillars that I think look really good. We can put some here as well. And just basically have some of these pillars here so that it looks like there was once an ancient structure here. What do we think of something like this? I think though we would need to have more pillars here, which of course does prevent you from looking into the exhibit a little bit, but given that we will have a lot of rats in there, I think we should still be able to see some at all times. Now the question is just, since I've kind of made the tops of the pillars here like that, but here the ceiling is more raised, so what exactly do I do with that? Do I just make the pillars higher? Does that make sense? I mean, I would say it's a possibility, but I would need to lower this here to have it make more sense. You know what? I'm not 100% happy with this yet. I think it looks too clean. So maybe we should just have like some remnants of pillars here in the front. Right? And then some of the pillars, of course, need to have cracks and things. And maybe those... What does it look like if I do this to the pillars in the back here? Nah, I don't think that's good. So as for the cracking, let's just use some of the normal soapstone for this. Also replacing some of these. And then maybe we need some things that have fallen down in places. Like, for example, what if this has just fallen down and is now here? Nah, that looks weird. Also, I can't replace this with a pillar. But what I can do is maybe put some slabs on the ground, like debris. So after a lot of tweaking, this is what it looks like. But as a next step, also the rest of the stone needs to look much more overgrown. So I'm going to mix in a lot of our overgrown mossy cobblestone types. And maybe also some slabs and stuff to round out the ceiling a bit. So here I'm on the outside of the boulder actually, but I'm just hoping that this will also look good from the outside and not just from the inside. So this is fairly good, I'd say. What we need now is some leaves to make it overgrown, and I need to put some lighting in the ground so that I can get rid of the torches. So I need to get out my trusty bee backpack where I have my lighting stuff. And then we just put these in the ground, cover them up. And just distribute them a little bit in the enclosure. Yeah, this should be enough from a lighting side. So I'm gonna put those back, and then I have some leaves in here. So let's put those in here. Yeah, that's good. That's great, I think. Now, before I continue with this any further, I need to do some work on the rest of the zoo as well. So we have our nice landscape here, and there's always a lot to do here. And today I want to tackle this huge boulder behind me. There's supposed to be some water coming out to flowing into that river here. And it just needs to have a tree added on top, I would say, and also get the normal treatment of making it all grassified and pretty. Let's go! Okay, it's done now. We've got a nice large tree up there. It's grown nice and big and wide. I love that. And we've got two little waterfalls there. And just the entire process of decorating everything is always so relaxing to me. But it does take a long time to do it for just like every little part of the zoo. Seriously, what was I thinking trying to create my own individual biome? Well, I can't blame anyone but myself for all the work that I have to do. Now, let's get back to our habitat for the rats. So I had another look at this and I really like what we did with the pillars and everything. Regarding the leaves, I thought I wanted to mix in some other leaves of a different color just to give it a little bit more variety. And I also brought these climbing vines that I wanted to add, like this, just to make it look like there's just a little bit more growth going on. Here, maybe something that's hanging down, and some of these branches too, for that nice jungly overgrown atmosphere. So let's just replace some of these individual leaves. Oh, those are moving. Is that good or bad? Actually, I think since the other leaves aren't moving, which is, I think, because these are vanilla leaves and these aren't, maybe I will try to take another type of leaf that's not moving but also gives a little bit of a different color. Okay, I'm back and I brought these orchard leaves, which look pretty much exactly like the oak leaves, but they are from the orchard trees actually that we have around here, and apparently they don't move, so I think I'm just going to use these. Just like not everywhere, just in a couple of places so that we have a little bit of variation in the color of the leaf blocks. All right, and now to add some more of those vines. Do those connect? They do not, okay. Now, what kind of flowers should I use inside the enclosure? I kind of like those red ones, the Covan flowers, and I think they could look good. And maybe since they're kind of like a flower that's hanging a little bit, maybe we could mix them with the lily of the valleys and have kind of like both little red and little white hanging flowers in there. I think that could look quite neat. Okay, let's go. I did bring too many flowers for this little space because we also need some space for some other kind of plants, but yeah, look, they look nice together. I mean, this one is moving again while this one isn't, and of course I could just turn off the plants moving thing, but actually I quite like it that some of the plants are just swaying a little bit. I mean, I actually wish more plants were doing it. Maybe not the leaf blocks because that looks a little bit weird, but yeah. Just a little bit of movement in the plants is actually quite nice. Yeah, I think that's actually enough already. More flowers, I think, would be too much for this little space. Now, what else do we need? A little bit of Arctic moss, a bit of the short grass, and some ferns as well. I like to put the fern into the darkest corners, just on the edges a little bit. But sometimes they're also allowed to take the front spot. Just a little bit of Arctic moss for some of that extra color. And then the rest, let's sprinkle in some grass. And now we've got a plant on almost every space, which is going to make it hard to name the animals after, but that's always how I do it. And yeah, I just gotta deal with it. Now let's put in the glass. Yeah, I like the way this looks. I made it so that I can get in here, and I also should be able to jump out, but hopefully the rats won't. And I brought a bunch of rats, but it doesn't say which color they are. I just hope that I mixed up some of the breed-only colors in there as well, because yeah, it took me quite a while to breed them all. Okay, let's start releasing them and naming them. Oh, and I also brought some baby formula because I think some of them are still babies, and maybe we can keep some of them that way, huh? Yeah, look, is this a baby? No, I don't think so. And of course, she just went directly into there, but I can just pick that up and name her. Next one. Oh no, look, this is a baby. Let's name you and then let's babyfy you forever. Did that work? Yeah, it's no longer growing. Look in the top left. You can see that this baby is now no longer growing up. Okay, next one. Another white baby, but how many of the white babies are we going to have is the question. Oh, wait for me, and you're gonna get babyfied as well. Oh, you're a tough one. Finally, okay. Oh, that used up a lot of my baby formula. Let's hope that we get some of the black and white ones too. Here we have another normal brown red. Oh yeah, one of the black and white ones, and it's also a baby. And it's babyfied. Got another brown rat. Could make a mice exhibit, a mouse exhibit with only the baby rats. Then it would look like they were just mice in here. Well, I mean, okay, like the rats are pretty big for rats. If you look at that, I mean, they're those blocks are supposed to be 1 meter in length. So those are some chunky rats. And those baby rats are actually way more normal in size. Oh, we have a big white one. Great. Do we have another of the black and white ones? This is another pure white one. I mean, those are pretty cool, to be honest. And another one. Oh, that's getting to be a lot of white ones. Ah, I don't mind. Can you get out of there? So that I can name you. There we go. Okay, we've got 3 more rats and they're all already named. Another big white one. And a big one of the black and white ones. Perfect. And another big white one. Wow, that's a lot of white rats. Is that too many white rats? Let's look at it from the outside. Maybe it's a bit too many. Maybe I'm just going to take one of them with me again. Don't want this place to look overcrowded. Is this too crowded? Should I pick up another one of the white ones? The big ones, you know? Because the little ones, of course, don't make this place look as crowded as the big ones do. And I did want a lot of rats in here. Maybe I should take the big ones and breed them some more so I have some more little ones that I can babyfy. Because the more babies, the better, right? Alright, so ideally I would get one more of the black and white babies. So I'm gonna try breeding this one. Did that work? You just ran right over here. So see, it's possible that the black and white one over there is not possible to be bred because I just did it last time before I caught it. And now we have a new baby rat here. It's another stubborn one. Excuse me? Okay. Well, I'm gonna need to get some more bottles for the babies because this little one took all of my bottles. And we're gonna need to wait before we can breed the black and white one. And as I was just trying to say, I want to get at least one more of the black and white babies and at least one more of the brown babies. We have a brown baby one, but we could have more, I guess. So it looks like it's getting dark. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna prepare some more bottles. And I can't jump out of here because the rats are in my way. Come on. And then we're gonna try again. I'm back and I brought a lot of baby bottles. So, okay, let's try this again. You are now ready to breed, and you are now. Are we gonna get a brown baby? Or a black and white baby? Show me, show me. Show me the baby. It's a black and white baby. Is it, or is it the other one that just ran over here? I'm confused. No, this one doesn't have a name, so let's name it. And how much baby formula are you gonna take from me, huh? 3. That's okay. That's okay. And now we should have 2 brown rats that... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I clicked you with the baby formula instead of the seeds. Is this the one? Okay. And we have another little baby, and it's running away to the far end. No, 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 no. Oh dear, what happened there? I accidentally picked it up, and then I let it loose, and then it suffocated in the wall. Oh, that's heartbreaking, actually. I'm sorry you had to see that, everyone. I usually take very good care of my animals. But let's take a look at this. I think actually it looks pretty good. We do have quite a lot of rats in there, but I mean, they like living in colonies, so I hope that they enjoy that. And there's a lot of babies in there, so that makes sense as well. I removed one more of the big white rats, so now we have 2 big white ones. We have 3 big brown ones and 1 big black and white one, and then we have a ton of babies, which always makes me smile. So we're going to forget about the tragic thing that just happened. I'm going to close this up. And we are done with our rat exhibit. I hope they enjoy their life in there. They do seem to enjoy climbing around on the remains of those old columns that we put in there. And on the other side, we have our little hamster family, which is also... It's amazing. Those things are so tiny. So yeah, everyone, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe consider leaving a like if you did, or leave me a comment and tell me what you thought. I always really enjoy those. So see you next time, everybody. Bye bye.